We're not back up to normal stock levels at the moment. Production is back to full capacity. Consumption is very high at this time of year, so we need to encourage the public to do everything they can regarding conserving water and the restrictions and that kind of thing that are in place at the moment, and that will help us to regain stock as fast as humanly possible.
When do you envisage that those stock levels will be where you expect them to be at this time of the year?
It's difficult to say because of consumption. We can manage production. Production is at 100%, so we know what that will be. We can put new production in, which we're installing a new plant at the moment, which would give us an extra 20%, an extra million litres a day. So we know what that will be. But consumption is really where the question mark is. We consume less at the weekends, we consume much more during the week. So it's just really encouraging the public to be as responsible as possible as far as conserving water is concerned.
So when will all the restrictions be lifted, do you think?
It's something that we're talking about with the Strategic Coordination Group. We meet regularly. We give them our updates, and we advise them on what we think, and we will announce at that point in time when we think restrictions are lifted. At the moment, we don't have a clear indication of when that will be.
Some areas continue to be without water. Is that any way linked to the disruption that we've just had?
With regards to leaks, leaks are normal. I think everybody in Gibraltar will have suffered from leaks at one point or another. I don't think it's particularly indicative of the situation that was caused as a result of the fire. I think they're just regular day-to-day leaks.
Well, bottled water is being handed out to some residents in the Upper Town area. What's happening up there?
We have a significant leak on the main that comes down Willis's Road. We're currently undertaking to repair that. It's quite a difficult spot to do repairs, and the mains are older in that spot. But we have deployed, I think, 4 Bowsers, and we currently have a roving truck which is going around with bottled water to make sure that people have water. Obviously, this is because of the sensitivity of the water situation at the moment.
Okay, an external temporary pipe was laid after the tunnel fire as a short-term measure in getting the water system back up and running. But what's your medium to long-term plan as far as that's concerned?
From a medium to long-term perspective, we will need to at some point gain access to the tunnel. We will need to assess the nature of the damage and the extent of the damage to the pipe. All of that has to be done in a structured manner. I know Technical Services Department have geotechnical advisors coming out to GIB in the short term, and they will be able to assess how safe the tunnel is and what works need to be done to make the tunnel safe. We know there was rockfalls in the area, so all of that needs to be done before we can assess what the best options are for a permanent solution.
So when the works are carried out, when you go into the tunnel, you see what you need to do, can we expect further widespread disruption to the water supply whilst that takes place?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the temporary connection will stay in place until such time as we have a permanent solution put back in place, whether it be, a new pipe or a new location or whatever that turns out to be. So there won't be any more. In respect of that, the temporary solution will stay in place until such time as we're ready to switch it back over to a permanent solution.